Okay, can everybody on Zoom hear me?
Yeah, we're good,
Yes.
Richard.
Okay, perfect. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. Put this right here. Okay, cool. Everyone on Zoom said they can hear, so we should be good to go. Just a couple announcements before we get started. First of all, welcome back to In-Person Senate. I hope y'all are as glad to be back as I am. We do have the mask policy still in place in the union, so be sure to have your masks on throughout the meeting unless you'll be eating or drinking anything. And then we should have an announcement from Kaylin on Zoom before we get started. Kaylin, do you have any? Okay, cool.
Hi, y'all. I'm Kaylin. I'm Undersecretary of Programming. And so with the kind of structural changes of me moving under the secretary's position, I wanted to just talk about that a little bit more and what that will look like this semester. So we are going to try to channel all programmatic efforts throughout all of ASB through me. And so this is in no way to control you or what you want to do, but to just provide you with all the resources that we possibly can to bring your ideas to life and to just most importantly, make sure we're doing things the right way in the most efficient way. And then I also wanted to talk specifically about ASB 365. If y'all don't know, 365 is an initiative that was started last year under Josh to provide a platform for ASB members to talk to students in a more intimate, connected way. So we table every other Wednesday on the Union Plaza, and it's a fun opportunity. And last semester, we tried to, spruce things up and add themes to really engage students and give y'all more of an idea of how to start conversations with students. But honestly, we don't feel like the goal and the mission of 365 was truly met last semester in the most efficient way. And so I just wanted to go over a couple things that I hope that we can bring into this new semester. One is just honestly coming. 365 doesn't work if people do not sign up for shifts and don't come and actually work these events. And I just think that as senators, y'all don't always get the most opportunities to talk directly to students and see what they have to say. And so this platform is just such a great way to be able to do that. And also it's an open platform. If y'all have a specific initiative you want to talk about, something that you're working on, you can work with me and the programming team and we will tailor an entire 365 around what you want to talk about. And so secondly, I would go into just, if you do sign up, please be respectful of the time that you're giving to 365. It is for you to be talking to students. So any other distractions that you may have, it's not the time to be doing those things. And so I'm not trying to get onto you or be a sort of teacher or anything. I just really want us to really be respectful of what our mission is as representatives for the student body. And when we say that we're going to give time to students, let's actually give that time to them. So I want to work with all of y'all a lot more closely throughout this 365. We'll be having our first one February 16th, so next week. I'm going to give Caitlin the sign-up sheet to send out to y'all probably tomorrow, so we can be signing up throughout the week. But we're just going to be a lot more accountable of how we use the 365 time, making sure if you sign up, you actually come, making sure that if you come, you're actually doing things to engage the student body. So yeah, I'm really excited for what this semester can bring. And please, y'all can always reach out to me. And my contact information is always in the emails with the sign-up sheet. So please contact me if you want to do a specific idea for 365. It's truly an open platform for what you all want to do. And so we can shape it however y'all want. So thank y'all.
Great, thank you, Kaylin. All right, does anybody have any announcements before we get started? All right, great. Cool. I now call to order the February 8th meeting of the Associated Student Body Senate at 7:09 p.m. We will now have a moment of silence given by Senator Amlong.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Amlong. We will now have the Pledge of Allegiance given by Senator Jones Burdick.
Will everyone please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Senator Jones Burdick. The clerk will now call roll. If you're a proxy, please say proxy when Kyla calls roll.
Amlo.
Here.
Anderson. Here. Edgemore.
Here.
Beard. Here. Burgess. Here. Cooper. Here. McClellan. Here. Dable. Day.
Here.
Dedman.
Here.
Burgundy.
Here.
Drury. Greenwald.
Here.
Gully.
Here.
Harris. Here. Kurtz. Here. Hollowell.
Here.
Howell.
Here.
Hughes. Here. Jackson.
Roxy.
Justin. John Burdick. Here. Kelly. King. Ladner. Here. Lopez.
Here.
Matson.
Here.
Monroe. Rossi. Murphy. Neighbors. Here. Nelson.
Here.
Osmond. Here. Patterson.
Here.
Pierce.
Here.
Purcell. Ricketts. Here. Roberts.
Here.
Ross. Here. Ryan. Here. Saloon.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Clevenger.
Here.
Turner.
Here.
Wall. Hannah Watts. Here. Jamie Watts. Here. White. Williams.
Here.
And Wilson.
All right. Thank you very much, Kyla. We will now move into a period of reports. If you have nothing to report, please say no reports. The Committee on Rules.
The Committee on Rules has passed resolution 22-1 and 22-2, along with bills 22-6 and 22-7. The Committee on Rules also approved the removal of Senator Tyson King to be brought to the floor tonight. And in addition to the Secretary Caitlin Hayward, Attorney General Graystrup, and Parliamentarian Clark Etzel have been approved to speak on the floor this evening.
Thank you. The Committee on Governmental Operations.
Hey everyone, so the Committee on Government Operations has approved Senate Bill 22-6 and 7. And y'all have those in your inbox, so hopefully you all read them. But if you haven't, please read them soon, because we're going to be something. And also, we've just been, working on some stuff with various branches in ASB, kind of some legacy work stuff. So, the bills will not stop coming, but it's all for, the betterment of ASB. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Senator Ryan. The Committee on Inclusion and Cross-Cultural Engagement.
Well, we have no legislation coming to the floor. We may have in the next coming weeks to be on the lookout. And if there are any initiatives that we've mentioned, please let us know if you're still interested in wanting to get started on them with us. Thanks.
Thank you, Senator Jones Burdick. The Committee on Athletics.
No reports.
Thank you, Senator Dedman. The Committee on Student Life. Yep.
Hello, everyone. Senator Kelly apologizes for her absence tonight. She has left a list of updates regarding our committee, and they are as follows. Senator Kelly has scheduled a meeting with the HR manager for Ole Miss Dining and Catering for tomorrow at 3:30 to discuss ways to get Chick-fil-A's hours and menu back to normal. She also has a meeting with Senator Purcell and Senator Imlong to discuss campus walk and Northgate Apartments and how to improve the facilities in those complexes this week. The Committee on Student Life is working with Senator Neighbors to address the grading scale for the university, and we will be attending a meeting with Provost Wilkin and Dr. Sorry if I mispronounced this, Peggy's, Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs on February 23rd. And myself and Senator Henderson have been working with the Department of Theater and Film to increase the number of shows that the department can have at the Ford Center. Student Life Committee is also interested in addressing the tiny desk situation in Brevard Hall. So if anyone has contact info for that, please inform Senator Kelly. We're also exploring other things such as implementing mental health days, lowering styrofoam usage on campus, and ways to improve academics. If any of you have any ideas that could pertain to our committee, please contact Senator Kelly so we can best address the issues surrounding the university.
All right, thank you, Senator Pierce. The Committee on Infrastructure.
So infrastructure, we have a meeting with the director of facilities management lined up for Monday at 3:30. If anyone has any ideas of things to bring up, please let me know or someone on the committee know. Otherwise, y'all are more than welcome to attend. Just give me a heads up. But yeah, that's about it.
All right, thank you, Senator Amlong. The Committee on Academics.
Hey, y'all, the Academics Committee has passed Resolution 22-2 that's going to be addressing teaching awards on campus. So we're bringing that forward tonight. And then we're currently wrapping up the Honor Society Task Force that will go in conjunction with the Honors College to get approved. And so we'll hopefully have that published by the end of the term.
Thank you, Senator Neighbors. And the Committee on External Affairs.
External Affairs has legislation 22-1 on the floor today. It's going to talk about SANE certification and SANE certified nurses. We'll be hearing more interesting details about that coming up here soon. I just stopped by OPD today. We have all those date drug testing kits, the coasters. They're now safely in my room. We'll be working on distribution of those to the different organizations and tying that to tabling to raise awareness for a lot of that, trying to distribute it to the people that need them. Transportation hub's still going great. Please let me know if anything else you guys are interested in working with us on.
All right, thank you, Senator Madsen. We will now hear reports from legislation monitors Rhodes and Miller on the routing of past legislation.
Hey y'all, Senate Bills 22-1, 22-2, 22-4, and 22-5 have all been signed by the Governmental Operations Committee Chair, the ASB Secretary, the ASB Vice President, the ASB President, and the Dean of Students. Failed Senate Bill 22-3 has received all required signatures and is now considered completed. Senate Bills 22-6 and 22-7, along with resolutions 22-1 and 22-2, were approved unanimously by the Rules Committee and will be coming to the floor tonight. Legislation was sent out to the legislative branch, exec, and advisors on Saturday, February 5th, and the 20th edition of the senatorial comment premiered on Monday, February 7th.
All right, thank you very much. And it was a great edition on Black History Month, so y'all be sure to give that a read if you haven't already. We will now hear a report from Executive Liaison Hall on behalf of ASB President Atkins.
Hey, good evening, everyone. We just want to say we're excited for another productive Senate and to see all the hard work that you've put into everything, coming to fruition. We wanted to remind you that during Black History Month, there are a lot of awesome programming opportunities happening on and around campus. We want to encourage you to check all those out. So that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Liaison Hall. And yeah, a lot of those opportunities are also in the senatorial comment, so y'all be sure to double check it out. We will now hear a report from Campus Liaison Newsom on constituency engagement opportunities and any student opinions submitted to the Senate.
Hey guys, student opinion forms, sorry, my bad, that's not what I meant. Student engagement opportunities are posted in the senatorial comment, and we have one student opinion form tonight that was submitted by Taylor Kelly on the topic of senatorial resolution 22-1. It begins with, I implore that this resolution be passed unanimously tonight. Senator Madsen has thought this out adequately, and I'm happy that he allowed me to help out with this piece of legislation. Sexual assault is something that needs to be addressed in a sensitive and secure way, which is exactly what Senator Madsen has accomplished. Having overnight SANE certified nurses on campus is simply just common sense, because most assaults happen beyond business hours. We need someone on call to help support the students at our university, and this is exactly what this resolution is doing. I'm happy to throw my support behind this, and I encourage an affirmative vote on this legislation.
All right, thank you, Liaison Newsom. We will now move into a period of nominations. First, in our only nomination is our nomination for removal. So as mentioned in the report of the Committee on Rules, a recommendation has been made by Secretary Hayward and a vote by the Committee on Rules for the removal of Senator Tyson King for the accumulation of 4.5 absences. According to the ASB Code Title II, Subtitle A, Section 107, Duties of a Senator, a 2/3 vote by senators in attendance shall be required to expel a senator, and a senator recommended for expulsion has the option to resign or speak for themselves at the Senate meeting before the vote on expulsion. Senator King is not here tonight, so we won't be going through that portion, but we'll move into a period of debate. So is there anyone wishing to debate this recommendation? Senator Jones-Burdick.
Sorry, I was waiting for Olivia.
Oh.
But, anyway, obviously, my name is, Anastasia Jones-Burdick. Being the chair of the Inclusion and Cross-Cultural Engagement Committee, I just wanted to speak to Tyson's work tonight. While he is here and is not wishing to maintain his seat, while he could not be here tonight, I just wanted to speak on behalf of his hard work to represent his constituency and for the time that he gave to ASB Senate since being elected. We want to just thank you all for the time and energy that you've given into him and for this experience. And with that, I yield the remainder of my time.
All right, thank you, Senator Jones-Burdick. Is there anyone else wishing to debate this recommendation? All right, if there are no objections, Senator Tyson King will hereby be removed from the ASB Campus Senate. All right, hearing none, the senator is removed. All right, we will now move into a period of introduction of bills and constitutional amendments. Is there an author present for Senate Bill 22-6? All right, you may come forward. And authors, y'all might want to come up this way because that's kind of. All right, y'all have 5 minutes.
Oh, it was me.
No, you're fine. Okay, I think it's good. Yeah, I can scoot this over a little bit.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Or do you want me to start?
Up to you.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Be a little bit more careful this time, guys. Sorry. Okay, so hello. This bill is to make it where we're eliminating the Elections Review Board's ability to facilitate monetary exchanges when assessing fines for violation of campaign rules. And we're proposing that instead, the ability is to decrease a candidate's spending limit. So on the legislation, you can see that for example, a minor campaign violation, the monetary fine would be $5 to $25. But we would make it to where there's no charge on the Bursar account. You are just shrinking their budget. So from like $7.50, $5 fine goes to $7.45. And James can explain it a little bit more.
Yeah, to clarify, this is something that the ERB already routinely does. We're moving away from the ability of the ERB to impose punitive fines on candidates who commit these types of violations. We find that it's unnecessarily punitive, especially because it means that you have to have the actual capital in order to pay these types of expenses. Because it goes on a Bursar bill, it might have real impacts on a student's quality of living, their ability to, say, purchase a transcript, graduate on time, those sorts of things. So it's really important that we pass this type of legislation. Again, we're not trying to impose any sorts of new violation punishments. We're not trying to, expand our authority or anything like that. This is simply us clarifying what actually happens, preventing worse options from being pursued in future. So it's just getting a more accurate code as we go forward.
And yeah, and the last thing I'm just going to mention, so the reason this was not with because like Deputy Attorney General Hirsch said, this is something that's already been in practice for a really long time, but we didn't include it in the code changes we did for Title V back in last semester because, I mean, in my opinion, I kind of saw this as somewhat of a change. Like, I thought it was more of a change than just like rephrasing the wording. It does change because you're no longer like expected to charge Bursar, even though that's not what's been going on. So that's why it's happening now. It would have been in the original rewrite stuff, but that was just kind of my opinion on that matter. So with that, I yield the remainder of our time.
Okay, is there anyone wishing to question the authors? All right, if there are no objections, we will move into a period of debate. All right, thank you. Okay, is there anyone wishing to debate Senate Bill 22-6? All right, if there are no objections, we'll move into a period of author summation. Do the authors wish summation time?
No.
Okay, great. If there are no objections, we'll suspend the rules and vote by acclamation. All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. All right, by unanimous vote, Senate Bill 22-6 passes. All right, is there an author present for Senate Bill 22-7?
Yes.
All right, you may come forward. Time starts whenever you start.
Okay, hello everyone. This bill is to clarify in the code the procedure for open Senate seats. Currently, there is no explicit time requirement or like limit for speaking time, and we wanted to make it so that it was more transparent with student body. If they're going to be looking in the ASB code to see how they could get into ASB Senate, they should know, how much time they would have to speak for themselves. And yeah, I'm just going to hand it off.
So right now, when people come for open Senate seats, it's only 60 seconds. So we were just recommending upping it to 90 seconds, which is essentially a minute and 30 seconds. Being that I came for open Senate seat, I was pretty comfortable with the time talking in front of you guys because I have background, but furthering along this time will better accommodate students of all backgrounds who don't know how to speak and their foot in the door, maybe freshmen. This is just to accommodate everybody. And it also essentially works for anybody because they might not want to use the 90 seconds, but for those who need it, it'll better accommodate those students.
So if we just kept it as like not having it in the code and went with Robert's Rules of Order, it'd be 3 minutes. And I think that's kind of a little too long. Also, it's a bit difficult to stand up here and get used to speaking. So it seems as if people are wasting like 10, 15 seconds actually trying to settle in. And then once they finally settle in, I start banging the gavel and it kind of messes them up. So giving them that little bit of extra time lets them speak more, get into their flow, and kind of finish a little bit better.
And yeah, and I just want to remind, like in closing, open seat elections serve as both a space for students who might represent, marginalized groups on campus or just like corners that often aren't represented well in Senate to make a name for themselves when they might have a more difficult time doing so during spring elections. And it also serves, it serves us in the Senate as a chance for us to get, passionate, energetic new voices into ASB and into our committees. So with that, I yield the remainder of our time.
Thank you. Is there anyone wishing to question the authors? All right, if there are no objections, we'll now move into a period of debate. Thank you, authors. All right, are there any senators wishing to debate Senate Bill 22-7? Senator Osmond, you're recognized.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I really think that this is a really good idea. I think a lot of times OPC candidates come in and then they're thrown into it and then they get this whole briefing about how many times the parliamentarian is going to be on the table and then they kind of freak out a little bit. So I really think having 90 seconds would be very beneficial. And especially Senator Hughes worded it so eloquently, but just being able to give everybody from different backgrounds the moments to kind of gather their bearings. Been in Senate for 3 years and still talking on the mic makes me shake. So I think giving them 30 more seconds would be very beneficial. And I'm sure that a lot of people probably feel the same way, but I just want to make sure that we really do give the recognition for this that it deserves. And I will give my time.
Thank you, Senator Osmond. Senator Jones-Burdick.
I'm in support of this resolution, and one of those reasons is that I walked into this meeting of the Governmental Operations Committee when I was in the Honors College. I heard their discussions, and they asked me about the president as someone who came in as an open seat senator. And while it's been a precedent for us to have only 60 seconds, I think that the way that they really thought about the time was so considerate, again, of different cultural backgrounds, the experience that they may have to public speaking, because ultimately, when we're appointing these, or electing internally, these candidates to our body, we need them to jump right in. And that's with projects that are going to impact students. We can develop their professional skills in public speaking. We want to make sure that they're getting to their heart, their character, and the student's best interest. So I think that this is a way to really streamline that process and make sure that we're protecting the candidate as well as the student body's interests. So I definitely support this resolution. I think you do as well. I give the remainder of my time.
Thank you, Senator Jones Burdick. Is there anyone else wishing to debate Senate Bill 22-7? All right, if there are no objections, we'll move into a period of author summation. Okay, do the authors wish summation time?
No.
Okay, awesome. If there are no objections, we'll suspend the rules and vote by acclamation. Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. All right, by unanimous vote, Senate Bill 22-7 passes. All right, we will now move into a period of introduction of resolutions. Is there an author present for Senate Resolution 22-1?
Yes.
All right, you may come forward. All right, and y'all have 5 minutes.
Sounds great to me.
All right, take it away.
Okay, so this resolution needs a little bit of explaining behind it. So I actually got in contact with like this idea, and I got it pitched to me when I had a meeting with Chief McCutcheon when we were talking about the coasters and stuff, trying to limit the amount of people that are getting drugged on the square. And he pitched this idea as he had been in contact with the Health Services Department of Ole Miss, and they were trying to petition to get a SANE certified nurse to be here overnight. So what a SANE certified nurse is a sexual assault nursing experience nurse. It's like a certification that you can get on top of already being nursing certified. It's the people that administer rape kits. It's the people that like work with sexual assault victims on the day of, like directly after that incident. And it's something I really think is really important for student bodies to have access to. The problem here is, as we have it right now, we have five SANE certified nurses on campus. 0 are here overnight. The problem is further caused by when most sexual assault victims at Ole Miss or anywhere in Oxford, they occur, they go directly to the ER at Baptist East Hospital. They have 0 SANE certified nurses there. And the ER room is just like a absolute mayhem madhouse on any given night. It's not the best environment for someone that probably had the most traumatic night of their life to happen. So what he's petitioning is for like the higher ups to pretty much have further funding to have at least one SANE certified nurse on campus overnight at any time, so that if a police officer brings in a student that has been sexually assaulted, they have a safe, quiet, and better certified and better experienced place for that type of the rape kit to occur, and also to be calming down, to be supporting the student. What this is pretty much using resolutions as an ability and as a tool for this further conversations. What this does right here is that it shows that students support this idea. It shows that students advocate for it, and in further conversations and further negotiations that OPD and health services have, it shows that there is student support behind it. This is something that directly affects students. This is something that gives students a service that we directly need. And this is something that supports the people that are the most vulnerable on campus. All right, I yield the remainder of my time.
All right, thank you very much. Is there anyone wishing to question the authors? Senator Ryan.
Hi, like, do the patrons yield to impossible questions?
You don't have to ask any.
I don't know, okay, sorry, I asked a lot of questions. But yeah, okay, so what, or if there are any other colleges have this currently?
I did not do any research on that, purely because it's something that's directly happening at Ole Miss. I hope that they do, but the fact that we do not have any on campus, I think it's just a pressing problem.
So is this like, essentially there's not another like infrastructure for the university to model off that you're aware of?
No, but I really don't think there is a need purely because we already have the staff in place. It's just providing the funding for them and to pretty much be on campus overnight.
Okay, I agree with that.
Thank you, Senator Ryan. Is there anyone else wishing to question the authors? Okay, if there are no objections, we will now move into a period of debate. Oh, yep, Senator Hollowell.
And I wanted to say that I think we've done a really good job this semester of advocating for people in a very vulnerable state. We've done a lot with the Safe Drive, and especially, but I think this is something that's really important.
Senator Hollowell, is this a question or debate?
Debate.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's a move to debate.
Oh, I thought you were objecting to moving to debate. No, okay. Is there anyone else wishing to question the author? Okay, if there are no objections, we'll now move into a period of debate. Thank you, authors. Y'all can take a seat. Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead, Senator Hollowell.
Yeah, I just want to say that I think that, you know, probably the vast majority of sexual assaults happen at night. And it's a time when people feel really scared. They may not want to seek help. They know that there's going to be no one there to help them and waiting until the next day. As far as evidence, as far as a lot of things that happen very fast in that period of time, I think it's really necessary to have someone here that can speak to someone in a very vulnerable state, being able to give them the right resources they need. I think the school should provide this. Schools across the country have been very behind on addressing sexual assault. And so I think even if other schools don't do it, we could do something for once that's ahead of the curve. So yeah, I hope that you all vote in favor of this.
All right, thank you, Senator Hollowell. Senator Jones-Burdick.
I, for one, cannot voice enough support for this resolution. Paying for that overtime and night shift is vital to our students. Having these programs in place really shows students, both prospective and current, that we will do everything we can as a student body to condemn acts of sexual violence, intimate partner violence, and other forms of assault. It's so important for me to state that what we permit, we promote. And so, as a previous senator questioned, what are the programs for other universities? And as Senator Hollowell so beautifully stated, so what? Let's do this for our students, for our prospective students, for these minority groups on campus that may be going through traumatic events, but also not only passing this resolution, which again, I'm in great support of, really taking this time to connect our students even more to the Matter office, make sure that they have these student support networks, whether that's us personally as senators being trained in psychological first aid, CPR, other things. Like, these are things that ICCE is currently exploring. And so I hope that with this resolution, you also consider the endless opportunities we have to really safeguard our students. And while we get to also support fun things like Chick-fil-A and the student union, this can save lives potentially. So I know that, again, there's a great body of support in this room, but also I believe that Senator Matson and this committee on this have really led the public safety charge, and I'm so grateful to them for that. And with that, I yield the remainder of my time.
Thank you, Senator Jones-Burdick. Senator Ryan.
Hey everyone, I just want to say quickly that I stand affirmation for this resolution, but also just wanted to point out, like, you know, one thing that I feel like we don't realize enough is the impact of a resolution, in that, you know, it's not binding, which sometimes students will think, oh, that's kind of discouraging, like, what say does ASB have? But like, the fact that this will go to the, you know, to the Lyceum and will be on their desk, they are seeing that, like, this is something we care about. How they implement this, what this looks like, is ultimately up to them. But yeah, we are going to be included in the conversation of making a difference on campus. And I really encourage that, like, you know, I find this inspiring, you know, to like look towards writing resolutions that, you know, kind of garner attention to certain things that we care about, because especially something like this, it's super important. And yeah, I agree with the remainder right now.
Thank you, Senator Ryan. Is there anyone else wishing to debate Senate Resolution 22-1? All right, if there are no objections, we will now move into a period of author summation. Do the authors wish summation time? Okay, thank you. If there are no objections, we'll suspend the rules and vote by acclamation. All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. All right, by unanimous vote, Senate Resolution 22-1 passes. All right, is there an author present for Senate Resolution 22-2? All right, you may come forward. All right, you'll have 5 minutes.
Hey, y'all. So this resolution was brought to the academic committee to echo the faculty senate resolution that was calling for all teaching faculty to be eligible for University of Mississippi Teaching Awards. So previously, only tenured faculty were eligible for certain awards on campus, despite non-tenured faculty doing roughly half the teaching on the campus. Effectively, this meant that half of our professors are currently not even eligible for some of these awards. And so that's meaning we're not recognizing their hard work and dedication to students and to the campus. I personally know some of my best teachers were non-tenured faculty members. And so it was shocking to discover multiple awards that they wouldn't have been eligible for. So I really hope that you'll join me in helping bring recognition and equity to our teaching faculty. Thank you, and I yield the remainder of my time.
All right, thank you, Senator Neighbors. Is there anyone wishing to question the author? All right, if there are no objections, we'll now move into a period of debate. Thank you. Is there anyone wishing to debate Senate Resolution 22-2? Yep, Senator, you're recognized.
I just wanted to throw my quick support behind this resolution. Not only because it promotes the hard work and excellent work of our non-tenured track professors, but also because it brings competition to our tenured track professors, so that they can try to achieve the most excellent possible work that they can as well. And competition is always a healthy thing, especially in university. And so I support this resolution.
All right, thank you, Senator Roberts. Is there anyone else wishing to debate Senate Resolution 22-2? All right, if there are no objections, we will now move into a period of author summation. Does the author wish summation time? All right. If there are no objections, we'll suspend the rules and vote by acclamation. All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. All right, by unanimous vote, Senate Resolution 22-2 passes. All right, we will now move into a period of senatorial comments. Is there anyone wishing to make a comment? Yep, Senator Jones-Burdick.
So first of all, round of applause again for our lovely piece of legislation. Their authors, their hard work. Yeah. I meant to recognize someone who is currently back in Senate, Amy Rose. She was one of the friendliest faces. She was one of the friendliest faces when I first came on the Senate, and truly without her comfort and just putting me aside, I wouldn't have had the ability to be the senator I am, to be the person I am, which sounds really silly, but the small interactions can make a huge difference. So I'm just really happy to see you back. Through for a loop when you walk back in the union. I was all is right in the world. So I just wanted to take a moment to honor your years of hard work and welcome you back.
Yeah.
I got the remainder of that.
Thank you, Senator Jones-Burdick. Yeah, very excited to have Amy back. And if you ever want to know where your legislation is, she's will text away. Senator Mattson.
Okay, so I'll be pretty brief. First of all, thank you for passing the legislation. Second, if anybody has any ideas when it comes to distribution of those drug testing coasters, please let me know. The more people we can get them to, the better student life we can have. Second, I am working with the people in the athletics department as well as with OPD. I'm coming up with some graphics for safety stuff at the basketball and the baseball games. The ideas I have right now are Safe Ride, Transportation Hub, and Safe Site information please, if anybody has any other type of graphic ideas when it comes to content, just DM me or group me, or if you have my number, text me. The more of these I can put out, probably the better will be. It's gonna be on like the big jumbotron for the baseball season. Go Reds.
All right. Thank you, Senator Mattson. Is there anyone else wishing to make a comment? We'll get to you. All right, we will now move into a period of announcements. Is there anyone wishing to make an announcement? Yep, Amy.
So first of all, great productive Senate tonight, and thank you, Senator Jules Burdick, really melt my heart there. As Vice President Springer said, if you ever are wondering where your legislation's at, I'm your girl. It's also in the drive. I keep it updated every time we get an update, so if you're ever curious, you can look at that. Second of all, for the committee chairs who pass legislation tonight, be aware that there will be an email sent from Canada to do virtual signing. I know a couple of y'all haven't had virtual routing yet, so just keep an eye out for that.
All right. Thank you, Monitor Rhodes. Is there anyone else wishing to make an announcement? Yep, Abby.
Yeah, hey y'all. So I just want to remind you that Meet Your Senator Night is next week. It's informal Senate, but it is a mandatory event. So you do need to come. And if you cannot, you do have to submit excuses. It will also count as a community engagement point. And that's the other thing I want to talk about. It is still a minimum requirement of 5 community engagement points per semester. It can be almost anything. I have yet to tell a person no on their events to count as community engagement. Anything from philanthropy events to ASB 365 is a great one, to meeting with administration or your constituents and things like that. If you're not sure, please just text me. I can work with you on it, or text Caroline. We are really flexible. She's always great about putting opportunities in the newsletter and stuff like that. And just remember that you can turn them in physically or email them to me. I have both a printable PDF and a fillable PDF in my section of the drive. Have somebody sign it. If you do attend ASB 365, send a picture of yourself to Caitlin and she will fill it out for you. If you have any questions, you can see me after Senate or just shoot me a text.
All right. Thank you, Abby. Does the DOJ have an announcement this evening?
Hey y'all, quick announcement from the DOJ. As y'all know, spring elections are right around the corner, so I just wanted to give one more quick shout out. We're having an elections interest meeting on Zoom this Thursday at 6 p.m. The link is on the ASB link tree. I know that some of y'all are elected through the open seat process, so if you're considering running for Senate in the spring elections this time, definitely attend. Tell your friends who are maybe interested in running for Senate or exec to attend that. That'll just be information about the campaign process and also what the duties of a senator are, things like that. And then also, we are opening a submission form for questions for the ASB executive candidate debate. So if y'all want to ask questions directly to executive officer candidates, definitely fill out that Google form. It'll be on the ASB link tree within the next couple days. So you got to look up for that. We really want some questions from ASB members, and if you know other students who want to submit questions, I'm really encouraged them to do that as well. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Attorney General Dragna. Is there anyone else wishing to make an announcement? Senator Osmond? Olivia, you want to give it to us?
First of all, please encourage your friends to run for Senate. When you encourage them to run for Senate, tell them how much time they have to consume. That's no shade. I'm just saying, some people told me, I wish I would have known how much time it would have been with us. And I was like, so true. So tell them that. I don't know. But really encourage them to run. Also encourage them to look into all the different aspects of ASB. A lot of people just think about Senate, especially if you're a freshman, Senate's kind of like shoved down your throat, which is like awesome. Yeah, it's sorry, I don't know. But there's so many different aspects of Senate, especially cabinet, doing stuff in the judicial branch, doing stuff in the treasury. So really just like encourage your friends to look at all those different aspects. But definitely if they're interested in Senate, try to push them to go into Senate because we have time Senate. And then I also have a constituency engagement opportunity that's really easy, so y'all should really do it. I know somebody who's working on their thesis, and their thesis has to do with COVID. And if you fill out their survey, then it counts as a constituency engagement point. So honestly, frankly, there's no excuse to not do that. It's probably one of the easiest ones you can get. And Abby has already approved it. So I will be sending that link in the group chat either tonight or tomorrow morning. And then I will send something to prove once I do the survey. I'll send something to show how that you prove you did the survey. But other than that, that was super awesome and great and enjoyed the
Thank you, Senator Osmond. Yeah, I just have a couple. Olivia, you want to go first?
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that Ramadan's coming up soon, February 26th, Saturday. You don't need to come the whole time, we have community hours, so a good way to meet constituents. There's gonna be silent disco during that time too, so that's new, that's fun. I remember there being not a lot of interest for the, ASB Senate lip sync battle team, that's okay. But, I mean, this could just be a way to, support other community organizations.
Cool. Does anybody else have any announcements before I give a couple? Okay, great. Yeah, kind of like Lila said, please encourage people to attend the candidate interest meeting and to run for Senate in general. Lila and Abby and I spoke to FYE last week, and the DOJ is going to speak next week. Yeah, about how to run. So definitely encourage your FYE friends to run or apply for positions whenever those come out after the election. And then to our new senators, I promise we'll have placards for y'all next week. So y'all will know where to sit. But does anybody else have any announcements before we adjourn? Yeah, Senator Jones-Burdick.
Do the committee chairs need to stay for the new senators?
No, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Okay, cool. Any other announcements before we adjourn? Great. Well, this might be the first time this starts with a 7, but having concluded all business at hand, this meeting is adjourned at 7:50 p.m.